Lots and lots of charging cables, but are they any good? Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at what's possibly the most unexciting category in the entire consumer electronics industry, and that is charging cables. So I got two different kinds of charging cables from the same company, even though they go by different names on Amazon. So let's start with these. These are the Haribol USB-C charging cables, and as you can see, it comes with 4 different cables, 2 3-foot cables and 2 6-foot cables. Now, you know, the company says that they support 2.4 amp fast charging, 480 megabits per second data transfer. So I thought, well, let's see how fast they charge. So I plugged in our handy 6-foot into a 2.4 amp charger and plugged the other end into the Samsung Galaxy S8. And I didn't find that it charged very fast. It charges at 35% an hour, which is really just a standard USB-C charge. So the cables, the price is really good. They're reasonably well made. There's nothing really to write home about in terms of their design or anything. And as you can see, they tend to hold their shape, so they're not more of like a braided design or anything. We'll get to that in a second. So these are perfectly functional USB 3.0 on one end and USB-C on the other. And of course you get it in 2 different lengths, 4 different cables. That's a really good deal. In total, it is a kind of crazy good price. It's $12.99 for 4 of these cables. We'll come back to the price in a minute. But where Haribol really shines is with their Borogoose lightning cables. So these cables, you can see right off the bat, there's a little bit more design involved. There's a very different look, and it is a braided cloth cable. And they've put a ton of effort into the sort of joint here. They say that it's rated up to 100,000 bends, which is a lot. And so what I like is that I can do crazy things with these, like tie it in a knot and pull it really tight, and it still works. Now, when I tell you the price, you won't even believe how inexpensive they are. But these are really nicely made cables. It's kind of hard to believe both of these are from the same company. There's such a difference. So these are the lightning cables. You get 2 3.3 foot, 2 6.6 foot, and you get this really cool, let me just sort of let these all flow out of the box. Still one in there. Let's see. So you get all these different lightning cables. And what I really like the most is you get this neat little cable too. And so this is actually this little, I don't know, 6-inch cable, and it is something where it actually has a little holder. So you can tie this or clip this to the outside of a backpack or something, and it looks like a nice little piece of decoration until you actually need it, at which point you say, hey, check this out, I got a spare lightning cable. So it's 5 lightning cables. Now, they also support 2.4 amp fast charge, so this time I thought I'd plug in my iPhone XS and let it charge for a while. So there's that. And here's what's really impressive is using the Qualcomm quick charge technology in this iClever charger and using the cable even with a knot in it. It actually charged up my phone 62% in an hour. That is a fast charge. That is actually really good. Now, again, I really like the build quality. Here's a close-up. You can see the way they did the ends of the connectors. It's just really nice. And the price is kind of out of control. Before I get to that price, though, let me go ahead and ask if you can subscribe to my channel and leave me some feedback. Where do you get cables? If you go to the Apple store and buy Apple-branded cables, or go to like the AT&T or Verizon store and buy cables there, you are paying a lot of money. But do the cables last forever, or do you find that they eventually go bad? My experience is cables don't last very long, but these, solid build. And the price of these is crazy. So let me go back and review, before we get to those, the Haribol USB-C 4-pack of cables is $12.99 on Amazon. But the real winner is the Boragoose, and I'm just guessing on that pronunciation. I have no idea how to pronounce that. The Boragoose 4-pack of cables with special bonus mini cable, 5 cables. It's $13.98 on Amazon, but not all. That's not all, because they actually sent me a discount code, which you can find in the description to this video, which will give you a substantial discount over that. But let's just call it, you know, $13.98 for one of these cables would be a pretty good deal. But to get 5 of these for that same price is crazy. I mean, worst case scenario, you use this for a couple months and you say, it's not working, whatever, and just move to the next one. It's still a great deal. But the company actually has a lifetime warranty. So if you have any issues with any of these cables, just hit them up via email and they tell me that they will replace your cable. So that is a pretty sweet deal. This is basically your last cable purchase ever. So hard to not like that. So this is Dave Taylor. I'm going to get back to charging my iPhone. And I think I'm also, while I'm at it, going to get back to charging my Samsung. And that means that, assuming I can get everything plugged in correctly, and I do like chargers that have more than one plug. So we'll plug everything in correctly, and voila, while this charges away, I will catch you in my next video.